Hey guys, it's Josh here. Today I just wanted to do a video review of the Platinum Preppy disposable fountain pen. I got into fountain pens a little over a year ago, and this was the one that I started out with, Platinum Preppy. I highly recommend it. It's an excellent pen, especially if you're new to fountain pens. If you don't know anything about fountain pens use a combination of gravity and capillary action to put ink onto a paper. Capillary action is just basically what happens to fluid when it's in a very narrow space. You can see there's a small slit there in what they call the nib, which is the tip of a fountain pen. And basically, as ink is put onto the paper from the nib, it pulls more ink from the reservoir to fill the void. It uses that in a combination of gravity to function. A lot of the myths that you'll hear about fountain pens as far as getting ink everywhere and their difficulty of use, simply not true. The Platinum Preppy especially writes just like any other pen. It even writes upside down. You don't have to hold the nib a certain way. You can hold it upside down, it still writes. It does get a little dodgy, but I mean, not all the time. As far as writing goes, if you do any sort of writing on a regular basis whatsoever, like taking notes in school, I write a lot of creative writing in journals. I do a lot of handwriting on a regular basis. You owe it to yourself to at least try a fountain pen. And if you're going to try a fountain pen, try the Platinum Preppy. It's cheap. You won't regret it. It's about $3.50, maybe $4 with shipping. You get one ink cartridge with it, and the ink cartridge, when you get it, you just are going to unscrew the body here from the nib, and you're going to push the ink cartridge down into it, and that's what's going to get the ink flowing. One of these ink cartridges will last you about 5 pages, front to back, top to bottom, maybe even a little more than that. It's far more than it sounds like. I used it to take notes when I was in school, and I almost never had to change the cartridge when I was in school. Maybe once a week I'd have to put a new cartridge in there, which, given how cheap they are, isn't a big deal. Also, if you get into fountain pens and this is what you decide to start with, and you go to the next step of fountain pens, which is choosing your own ink, you're in luck, because the Platinum Preppy has an optional converter that you can buy. It'll run you about $8.50 plus shipping. This is actually my pen. This is what I use every day on a daily basis. I carry it with me. You're going to need to buy the converter. You also have to buy some ink. I chose Lamy Black. Came highly recommended, and I'm not disappointed with it at all. I love this ink. This is the ink that both me and my girlfriend use. Just to give you an idea of how awesome the Platinum Preppy is, I mean, I have 3 here on the table. I keep another one as a spare in my backpack. My girlfriend keeps one on her with a converter, and then another one in her purse as a backup. And then we have probably half a dozen more in our office desk, just in case we need it, because they're that good. They're that awesome. If you do get into fountain pens, you can enjoy one of the great things about them, which is choosing your own ink. You can see some of the inks that I have here. Here's a red that we use. This is actually a invisible ink. It's a Noodler's invisible ink. It's what they call bulletproof. You can't get it off by freezing or any other nefarious methods you might choose. I'll do some videos on some different inks later if people want. But this is the one that I use on a daily basis, the Lamy ink. It's one of my favorites. So there you have it. There's the Platinum Preppy. If you do any writing on a regular basis, try one out. You will not be disappointed. I can't say enough good things about this pen. So that's it for today. Leave some comments if you do buy one. Tell me what you think about it. I loved mine, but I'm always interested to hear what other people think of fountain pens.